Welcome all of you to this video of Maths Made Easy. Now this is a video where I'm going to talk about what you should do in these holidays. Okay, now that you have holidays, what you should do in these holidays so that you are in a much better position when classes start for 9th standard. Okay, so what you should practice. Now you can't be practicing the entire 9th standard portion, but what is it that is going to keep you ahead? Let me talk about it. So I'm going to talk about 3 to 4 chapters. Okay, let's see what they are. First chapter. The first chapter that you should know very well. You started from the 7th maybe, or maybe even now in the 6th also they started this chapter, factorization. It is going to be their very big chapter in 9th standard also. So see to it that you know your 8th standard factorization very well, because a lot of things actually are repeated in, a lot of things are from 8th are repeated in 9th. Okay, and lot of new formulae are taught in the 9th. So see to it that till the 8th you know everything. Okay, so take out your 8th standard books once again and do all the sums, or you can do one thing, you can take out your 9th standard book, also your new textbook, and do the sums till where they are doing the 8th standard work. Now what do I mean by that? It is, there will be sums based on middle term factorization, or also called, it is also called splitting the middle term. That's one thing that is getting repeated from 8th standard. Sums based on this identity, factorization based on this, factorization based on this. Okay, grouping, then taking common is also there. So taking common types of factorizations. Okay, grouping, taking common, then this one, and then this, difference of square types. This much is getting repeated from 8th standard. Take out your 9th standard textbook and do sums based on this, complete them and keep. Okay, I have lots of videos on factorization. I shall put all the links in the description box. You can see them if you have any doubts. Okay, now what to do? Now I'll tell you what new they are going to teach in factorization in 9th. They are going to teach you this identity which you don't know, and then this. Okay, and a cube minus b cube, a cube plus b cube. Not just that, there is another, so 4 of these, there's one more very big identity that they are going to teach. That is, I'll write it here. Sums on this is a little tough. So it is a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc is a plus b plus c. Okay, a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca. This is the formula that they are going to teach you, and there are factorizations based on this in your portions this year in 9th standard. Here they have factorizations also based on it, and they also have expansions based on it. So see to it that you are learning both. Okay, let's come to the next one. Also, if you have any doubts in algebraic expression, take out your 8th standard textbook and do it all over again. Okay, because there's a lot of algebra that is going to come in some way or the other. Okay, you'll have a chapter polynomials which will require a lot of algebra. So anything in algebraic expressions, including division of algebraic expressions, that you redo, this type of division where you write an expression here and one expression here, you call it the long division. Do it. Okay, so these are going to be useful in your 9th standard. What is important next? The next thing is something that you had found very tough in 8th standard is coming back again in 9th standard. Can't help it. Okay, that is congruence. That's congruence. Okay, remember, congruent triangles, sums based on this. Okay, this is there in 9th grade, and the sums, only the difficulty level of the sums become very difficult. So you can do one thing, you can do all the sums from different textbooks from 8th standard, so that you have get a very clear idea, and then you take your 9th standard textbook, and from there you do the sums that is possible. Few you will see is repeated. Now this is a very important chapter, because when you go to 10th you will see lots of geometry based on this. You can't avoid it. And in 10th standard there is something new coming up, that is called similarity. So once, if you don't have a very clear idea about this, when you go to 10th standard with similarity, you keep confusing similarity and congruence. Okay, that is why I am saying do your congruence from 8th book, all the sums, and then start doing simple questions from your 9th standard textbook also. Okay, so that is one thing. The third chapter is surface area, volume. Surface area and volume. Now this is one chapter which 8th has, 9th has, and then 10th has, and everybody, all the sums are pretty big in this. This is one chapter, because why I am saying this chapter is you already know quite a lot of this. You did it in your 8th. Now it is an extension of that in 9th standard. So you go back to your 8th standard textbook. If you have not completed, first thing is to complete the textbook and then do sums from your 9th textbook. Okay, and then do sums from your 9th textbook. Few sums in the beginning you will find them easy. There are after that difficult questions. Okay, why I am saying is this is the time when you should actually, you get the time to think and do sums. Believe me, once your school opens with all your activities, everything, you don't get so much of time. This is the problem these days. Children have lots of activities. Okay, you don't get the time to sit and think over a question. So you immediately go to the take help of the internet, which is a very bad thing. So immediately you start looking for solutions instead of trying it yourself. Now is the time when you can do the sum wrong 5 times and then reach your correct answer. That is how you will remember maths. Okay, that's a better way of learning maths, not to see the answer from from the internet. Every sum is done in the internet, so it's not a big thing. So you just you just have to write the question, so that way you don't learn maths. So this is the time when you try, you experiment, and you actually learn maths. So that is it. So all the links of these videos, these chapters, I'll be putting in the description box. Also you can check that playlist. Almost the entire portion of 9th standard syllabus is covered in the playlist, is covered in the videos. Okay, 8th standard, for 8th standard also whole lot of videos are there on algebra, congruence. There are very good videos. If you have not subscribed the channel now, please subscribe, because I shall be uploading many more different videos, difficult questions, exam revisions, question paper solving after this one by one. Okay, so also leave a comment behind. If you like my videos, leave a comment behind. I would love to hear from you. That's it for today. Bye then.